The Johnny Depp-Amber Heard defamation trial continues to make headlines, and so does Amber Heard's behavior. What kind of controversy has come to light now? Keep watching to learn even more about the double life of Amber Heard. Johnny Depp's legal team strengthened its offensive when it called upon Amber Heard's former personal assistant, Kate James, to testify against her former boss. In a pre-taped video played in court in April 2022, James said she worked for the actor from 2012 through 2015 and claimed she was repeatedly abused. James recalled a number of instances in which Heard allegedly yelled at her in a blind rage and claimed that she was hit with barrages of abusive text messages day and night. She claimed the messages were incoherent and that Heard just wanted someone to lash out at. James also testified that she never saw any bruising or signs of abuse on Heard, that the former couple's home always appeared in order, and that Heard never confided in her about any mistreatment. The most shocking revelation, however, came as James claimed that when she once asked for a raise, she said that Heard leapt up out of her chair, put her face 4 inches from my face, telling me how dare I ask the salary I was asking for. She felt that gave her the right to spit in my face. The former assistant added that Heard's alleged habit of mistreatment extended to her own sister and mother, and James referred to Depp as a total Southern gentleman whom she never saw lose his temper. During the 2020 court proceedings linked to Johnny Depp's libel lawsuit against The Sun, where the magazine labeled him a wife-beater, the actor's legal team tried to prove Amber Heard had a history of physical abuse.
Depp's legal team made very clear yesterday that the case is all about vindication of his reputation.
Depp's lawyer, David Sherborne, told a London court he had a video that would prove Heard had a history of violence and attacking people. In said clip, the Aquaman star's younger sister, Whitney Enriquez, is shown having her face and arm examined by a woman who proclaims, "I can't believe Amber beat your." However, when Enriquez took to the stand, she was adamant that the footage wasn't what it seemed, explaining that she had only had a verbal disagreement with her sister. Enriquez explained that the clip was filmed for a really bad reality show in the mid-2000s, and that the woman was simply trying to make a very, very boring conversation more interesting. Enriquez was also asked about a 2015 incident during which Heard admitted she hit Depp in order to protect her sister, whom she feared he would push down the stairs. Recalling the fight that allegedly occurred on the staircase in the building where they all lived, Enriquez seemingly corroborated the story, claiming that Depp was trying to push her aside to get to Heard. She claimed that Amber suddenly lurched forward and hit him and said, "Don't hit my sister." After Johnny Depp filed his $50 million defamation lawsuit against Amber Heard in 2019, she responded by filing her own court documents in which she detailed her ex's alleged physical and psychological abuse that she said resulted in her suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. Heard's argument was that Depp's legal team set out to debunk her claims by hiring a clinical and forensic psychologist named Dr. Shannon Curry to evaluate Heard. Dr. Curry spent about 12 hours with Heard in person and also analyzed various court documents, videos, and evidence. Delivering her verdict in court in April 2022, she concluded that Heard allegedly had borderline personality disorder and histrionic personality disorder, but apparently not PTSD. According to the Mayo Clinic, patients with borderline personality disorder often have an intense fear of abandonment or instability. However, their inappropriate anger, impulsiveness, and frequent mood swings may make keeping relationships difficult. Meanwhile, histrionic personality disorder typically manifests itself in a willingness to do almost anything to be the center of attention. Indeed, Dr. Curry assessed that Heard was a type 36 personality, insisting,
"Very concerned with their image. Very attention-seeking, very prone to externalizing blame to a point."
And while she conceded that Heard still could have been psychologically harmed by Depp, as she's alleged, Dr. Curry concluded that Heard was allegedly grossly exaggerating symptoms of PTSD when asked about them. Amber Heard first met Elon Musk on the set of 2013's Machete Kills. At that point, Heard was with Johnny Depp and Musk was married. They apparently hit it off, but didn't publicly acknowledge a romantic relationship until April 2017, when Heard posted a photo of them to Instagram. In that photo, Musk had a print of her red lipstick on his cheek. As one source told People, friendship didn't blossom into love until they were both single, a claim Depp refuted. During his libel case against The Sun, Depp accused his ex-wife of cheating on him with the Tesla founder. He later repeated those same claims during his defamation suit against Heard, alleging that she and Musk first got together in 2015. What's more, he accused the couple of having a threesome with Cara Delevingne at his home in 2016 after he and Heard split. It was an allegation Musk denied, telling Page Six, "Cara and I are friends, but we've never been intimate." He also underscored the fact that he and Heard only started dating a month after Heard filed for divorce. While we may never know the real timeline, Depp and Heard's former talent agent, Kristen Carino, added his own take on the matter while testifying in court in April 2022. Carino said that while Heard and Depp were indeed separated at the time she was with Musk, she was allegedly just filling space with the billionaire while trying to fix things with Depp. In April 2022, Johnny Depp's defamation lawsuit against Amber Heard took yet another turn when Heard's claims that Depp had thrown a phone at her in 2016, leaving her face bruised, were refuted by several parties. Some witnesses claimed they saw Heard practicing fake punching with her sister. Then there was Depp's neighbor and childhood friend, Isaac Baruch, who testified that he saw Heard shortly after the alleged incident. Baruch claimed that Heard showed him her face as evidence, but that as he looked closely, he alleged, "I don't see a cut, a bruise, swelling, redness." What's more, police officers who arrived at the star's home that day said they failed to see any visible marks on Heard. The LAPD officers recalled how Heard refused to speak to them, and Officer Tyler Haddon told the court,
"Just because I see a female with pink cheeks and pink eyes doesn't mean that something happened."
6 days later, Heard sought a temporary restraining order against Depp. For her part, Heard's attorney, Elaine Bredehoft, argued that her client was a master of covering up her bruising and showed the court Milani Cosmetics all-in-one correcting kit, saying Heard used it throughout her relationship with Depp. It was a claim the beauty brand quickly debunked on TikTok, writing, "Let the record show that our correcting kit launched in 2017. If you or someone you know is dealing with domestic abuse, you can call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233. You can also find more information, resources, and support at their website.